So in previous class we have discussed about the structure of female reproductive system, and we have discussed all the component. We have discussed about the female gonad, that is ovary, its structure and function. We have discussed about the accessory duct that include fallopian tube, uterus, cervix and vagina, and then we have discussed about the external genitalia also. रिमेंबर एक्सटर्नल जेनिटिलिया में हाइमन से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन कई बार आ जाता है कि व्हाई द प्रेजेंस ऑफ हाइमन इज नॉट अ रिलायबल इंडिकेशन ऑफ द वर्जिनिटी that we have discussed in the previous class. Now, as we know, in human female, the mammary glands are also so functionally associated with the reproductive system. मैंने बोला था पहले भी, the mammary glands are not the part of reproductive system, but they are functionally associated with reproductive system, because reproductive system की help से एक female बेबी को बर्थ देती है, बट द नरिशमेंट ऑफ द बेबी इज completely dependent on the mammary gland. So that is why we are considering the mammary gland as a part of reproductive system, and in this class we are going to discuss about the structure of mammary glands. We all know that the human belongs to the class Mammalia, and class Mammalia is a class that include all those vertebrates that has mammary gland. So presence of functional mammary gland is a characteristic feature of all female mammals. जितनी भी फीमेल मैमल्स हैं उन सबका ये करेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर है that they have functional mammary gland. They have functional mammary gland, and these mammary glands are the modified oil glands. You know, in mammals variety of skin related glands are there that are called epidermal glands. सभी mammals में अलग अलग तरह की epidermal glands present होती है, और उनमें से दो important हैं. One is sweat gland and one is sebaceous glands, and sebaceous glands are also called oil glands. So the mammary glands that are found in human female, they are nothing, they are the modified oil gland. That means oil gland ही modified होके किस में convert हो गई हैं? They get converted into the mammary gland. So they are the modified oil gland, and they are the structures that are found on breast. They are found on the breast region first thing, and they contain, if you will see the structure of mammary gland, the section of mammary gland, so it contains two type of tissue. The one is the fatty tissue, and the second is the glandular tissue. So mammary gland are consist of two types of tissue. One is glandular tissue, and the variable amount of fatty tissue is present in the mammary gland of each female. As I said, variable amount, that means glandular tissue का amount तो सभी female के mammary gland में same होगा, but the amount of fatty tissue can vary from female to female. एक female से दूसरे female की mammary gland में fatty tissue का amount vary कर सकता है. Now अब समझने वाली बात है, that is the organization of mammary gland. Mammary gland का organization क्या है? We will draw the diagram also, but उस diagram से पहले थोड़ा सा एक ओवरव्यू माइंड में डेवलप कर लेते हैं कि ये किस तरीके से टिश्यूज मेमोरी ग्लैंड के अंदर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड होंगे. इज इट क्लियर? द ग्लैंडुलर टिश्यू ऑफ द मेमोरी ग्लैंड इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 15 to 20 mammary lobules. जो ग्लैंडुलर टिश्यू है ये यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड नहीं है, ये किस में डिवाइडेड है? 15 to 20 mammary lobules में. And each mammary lobule has the cluster of cells. Each mammary lobule have cluster of cells, and these cluster of cells are called alveoli. Alveoli, the same term that we have used in the lungs. क्लास 11th में alveoli term हमने lungs के लिए भी यूज किया था. Then similarly alveoles are there inside the mammary lobules also. Then these alveoles open into the mammary tubules. The mammary tubules arising from alveoles. देखो एक क्लस्टर होगा उसमें कई सारे alveoles होंगे, हर एक alveoli से mammary tubules arise होंगे. तो वो mammary tubules, for suppose 1 2 3 4, these are 4 are the mammary tubules, so they combine to form a duct, and that duct is called mammary duct. Now mammary duct of different lobules combine to form the ampulla. They combines to form ampulla, and ampulla continues into the lactiferous duct. So this kind of organization you are going to see in the mammary gland. The glandular tissue is divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobules. Each lobule consists of cluster of cells which are called alveoles. Alveoles opens into the mammary tubules. Mammary tubules combines to form the mammary duct. Mammary ducts combines to form the wider part that is called ampulla, and ampullas continues into the lactiferous duct. This organization is clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
अब हम बात करते हैं डायग्राम की. ओके, अब हम डायग्राम की हेल्प से देखेंगे कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसा दिखाई देता है. इफ आई कट द सजाइटल सेक्शन ऑफ अ फीमेल, अगर मैं किसी फीमेल का सजाइटल सेक्शन यहां से काट दूं सीधा, ठीक है, और फिर उसका लेटरल व्यू देखूं, सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर आई विल सी. तो यहां पे सजाइटल सेक्शन पूरी बॉडी का काट रहे हैं, तो वी विल सी द रिब्स. हमें रिब्स दिखाई देंगे. एंड इन क्लास 11th वी हैव स्टडीड दैट, क्लास 11th में हमने पढ़ा है the ribs are connected with each other by the muscles. They are called intercostal muscles. So these are the structures that are drawing, I am drawing between the ribs. These are the intercostal muscle. Above the ribs the muscles are present which are the muscles of your breast, and these are the chest muscles, or you could say there are two chest muscle, pectoralis major and pectoralis minor. So this is your pectoralis major, and then here is your mammary gland. Here is your mammary gland. Is it clear? The diagram is visible now, bachcho?
Yes, sir.
Now, as I told you, inside the mammary gland, the two types of tissues are there. One is fatty tissue. So let me draw firstly the fatty tissue. मैं यहाँ पे पहले fatty tissue draw कर देता हूँ. This is the fatty tissue, and the amount of fatty tissue may vary in different female. अलग अलग फीमेल में फैटी टिश्यू का अमाउंट वेरी कर सकता है. अब जितना आप तक ड्रॉ कर लिया उसको लेबल कर देते हैं. These are the ribs, these are the muscles between ribs, this is the chest muscle, or you could say pectoralis major. Okay, and this is the fatty tissue, or you could say fat tissue of your mammary gland. Now the glandular tissue is organized into mammary lobules, and the number of mammary lobules could be 15 to 20. Because here the diagram size is so small, तो हमें इंटरनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को डिटेल में डिस्कस करना है, तो हम यहाँ पे मेमोरी लोब्यूल का नंबर थोड़ा घटा के बना रहे हैं. आई विल ड्रॉ ओनली 4 to 5 लोब्यूल्स. सो किस तरह के लोब्यूल्स होंगे? इस तरह से लोब्यूल्स होंगे. देखो बेटा, these kind of lobules are there, and each lobule have the cluster of cells, and these cluster of cells are called alveoles. तो alveoles की शेप कैसी होगी बेटा? कुछ इस तरह की शेप होगी alveoli की, and internally it is lined by the glandular cells. Getting the point? So इस तरह से यहाँ पे these are the alveoles. Let me draw the alveoles in each lobule. Sometime in your board examination, the diagram of mammary gland will come in your exam and you will be asked to label the diagram. तो उस डायग्राम को लेबल करने के लिए you must be aware about its organization. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि कहाँ से किस तरीके से कौन सी चीज ऑर्गेनाइज हो रही है. So as I told you, these are the mammary lobule and each mammary lobule is consist of cluster of cells and these cluster of cells, ये single जो cluster of cells हैं इनको हम क्या बोलते हैं? They are called alveoli. Got it? तो हर एक क्लस्टर ऑफ सेल, हर एक लोब्यूल में आपको कई सारे एल्वियोलिस दिखाई दे रहे हैं. देन द डक्ट दैट अराइज फ्रॉम द एल्वियोलिस, एल्वियोलिस से जो डक्ट अराइज होती है बेटा, दीज आर कॉल्ड मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल्स. द डक्ट दैट अराइज फ्रॉम द एल्वियोलिस, दे आर कॉल्ड मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल्स. तो ये जो फाइनल डक्ट्स आ रही हैं, जैसे यहाँ पे अगर मैं दो एल्वियोलिस बना लूं, तो इन दो एल्वियोली से जो डक्ट्स निकल रही हैं, these duct are mammary tubules and then they combine to form the mammary duct. Is it clear? So here you could see the mammary tubules are arising and they are combining to form the mammary duct. So these are the mammary tubule and this combined duct is the mammary duct. This is the mammary duct. So in this way, in the same way, many mammary duct will be there. कई सारी mammary ducts होंगी. You could see many mammary ducts are there that are formed as a result of the combining of the mammary tubules. Let me draw it here also. Okay, so many mammary ducts are there. Now the mammary duct of different lobule combines to form a wider part. अलग अलग लोब्यूल की मेमोरी डक्ट आपस में कंबाइन करके एक वाइडर पार्ट बना लेती हैं. That you could see here also, जो आप यहाँ पे डायग्राम में भी देख सकते हैं. These wider parts are called ampullas. इनको हम क्या बोलते हैं? They are called ampullas. So these wider part that you could see here, these are called ampullas. What they are called? They are called ampulla. And then ampulla continues into a duct. एम्पुला आगे कंटिन्यू करता है एक डक्ट में एंड दीज डक्ट आर कॉल्ड लैक्टिफेरस डक्ट. इन डक्ट को हम क्या बोलते हैं? दे आर कॉल्ड लैक्टिफेरस डक्ट एंड दीज ऑल लैक्टिफेरस डक्ट ओपन्स इनटू द निप्पल. ये लैक्टिफेरस डक्ट किस में खुल जाती है आगे जाके? दे गेट ओपन इनटू द निप्पल. So this kind of organization is there inside the mammary gland. In the mammary gland, the glandular tissue is divided into mammary lobules. Each mammary lobule is consist of cluster of cells. They are called alveoles. The cells of alveoles are responsible for the formation of milk. That means the milk that will be formed, it will be formed inside the cavity of alveoles. Then alveoles opens into the mammary tubules. Mammary tubules combines to form the mammary ducts. Mammary ducts combines to form the ampullas. Ampullas combine to form the lactiferous duct and lactiferous duct continues into the nipple. And nipple is the part from where the milk can be sucked up. So the part of mammary gland which is responsible for the synthesis of milk is the alveoles. And then remaining is the pathway by which the milk will be exploded out. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Overall organization of mammary gland is clear to everyone?
और मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल बता दीजिए।
बेटा मेमोरी देखो ये एल्वियोलिस है ना, एल्वियोलिस से जो डक्ट निकलेगी, एक इंडिविजुअल एल्वियोलिस से जो डक्ट निकलेगी दैट इज कॉल्ड मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल। एंड देन दोज ऑल डक्ट देखो इस तरीके से क्लस्टर होगा ना, ये एल्वियोलिस का क्लस्टर हो गया, यही तो पूरा का पूरा मेरा मेमोरी लोब्यूल है। तो इन सब से मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल्स निकले और वो सारे मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल आपस में कंबाइंड हो गए और एक कंटिन्यूअस डक्ट बन गई, दिस इज मेमोरी डक्ट। तो दीज आर मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल एंड दिस इज द मेमोरी डक्ट। नाउ इज इट क्लियर?
यस ओके सर।
Okay. So now this is the structure of mammary gland. Now in human female there are two hormones that are responsible for the mammary gland's functionality. Mammary gland की function के लिए दो hormones responsible हैं. The first one is prolactin and the second one is oxytocin. These are the two hormones that are responsible for the functionality of mammary gland, but their function is different. The prolactin is responsible for the growth of mammary gland and milk formation in mammary gland. प्रोलैक्टिन हार्मोन का काम क्या है? मेमोरी ग्लैंड की ग्रोथ कराना at the time of puberty or either at the time of pregnancy. During the pregnancy also the mammary glands enlarge and they get grow, and the milk inside the mammary gland is also formed under the influence of prolactin. तो मिल्क बनाना और मेमोरी ग्लैंड का ग्रोथ तो काम हो गया प्रोलैक्टिन का. This oxytocin has the function of ejection of milk. Oxytocin has a function of ejection of milk. That means the milk will be ejected from the mammary gland with the help of oxytocin. What will happen when the child's birth happens? जो newly born baby है, when it will suck the nipples को suck करता है, so reflex will work, and as a result of that reflex, from your posterior pituitary the oxytocin hormone will released, and this oxytocin hormone will cause the contraction in the muscles of mammary gland, in the mammary tubule, and as a result of those contractions the milk will be ejected from the mammary gland. So for the ejection of milk from the mammary gland, the sucking of nipple by the newly born baby is required. Is that clear? And because oxytocin works for the ejection of milk, thus it is also called milk let down ejection factor. Because it plays a role in the ejection of milk, thus it is also called milk let down ejection factor. So this is all about the mammary gland. I hope the concept is clear to you.